welcome into the 2022 MLB RBI Central Regional Softball 18U Championship game between the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Guardians squad. Ryan Sikora, Tia Reed on the call for you for this one from DePaul University at Cacciatore Stadium in Chicago, Illinois. Tia, we get a nice rematch of two teams that faced off in a 7-6 thriller yesterday.
Absolutely, that one was certainly very entertaining, from a weather delay to a bit of an early stop by the umpire, but Olivia Lopez got the win for her team with a walk-off home run.
Lopez, you mentioned her. She's a part of a really solid pitching staff that the Guardians throw out. The Reds have a pretty nice one too. Both those pitching staffs, are they going to have to go at it today?
Certainly, both those pitching staffs are going to want to bring their best stuff out today, especially Denise Pates and Grace Hartfield on the other side. Cleveland's got such a nice batting lineup that they're going to have to throw some really nice stuff to get around them. And you hone in on that batter's box, that battle at the plate, that really Cleveland has a lot of great batters. Cincinnati's got a couple too. Dre Brown has been phenomenal all tournament long. But back to the Guardians real quick. Who's the one or two that stand out for you? For me, it's got to be Kristen Zach and Ella McCabe. The two of them have been really solid inside the batter's box. Both have racked up a couple home runs throughout this tournament. They're pretty solid and consistent.
18U softball title up next on WCSN channel number 2. And with that, we welcome you into the 2022 RBI MLB Central Regional Softball 18U Championship game. Again, from DePaul University, Cacciatore Stadium, Ryan Sikora, Tia Reed. Tia, we already talked about it in the open. It's a little bit of a rematch here between two teams that both want to be crowned the Central champs.
Absolutely. Cincinnati, the three-time defending champions, they're looking for 4 in a row, but Cleveland, they want to be the ones to end that streak and knock them off here today.
A little four-peat would be nice for Reds RBI, but Cleveland already 1-0 on this series in this tournament. A walk-off solo shot from Olivia Lopez to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning gave the Guardians a 4-0 record, and they have the home seed because of that. But now you're looking at two teams coming back together, a rematch. Who does it favor? The losing team, that being the Reds, or the winning team, that being the Guardians?
Rematches, especially in a high-stakes situation, a very competitive environment, rematches always favor the team that lost the first time around.
Good morning, MLB RBI fans. Welcome to beautiful Cacciatore Stadium and the campus of DePaul University. Today is the championship game of the 2022 MLB RBI Central Region Tournament.
As you hear the PA glare out across the stadium, Cincinnati and Cleveland getting set to go. The Reds will lead it off for us in the top of the first as a large cheer from the Guardians fans.
Let's welcome the Cleveland Guardians as they go out to their positions. Playing left field, Sarni, Karen, catching Ellie McCabe, playing center field, Kristen Zach. Playing first base, Olivia Lopez. Playing second base, Sarah Harper. Playing third base, Julianna Rodriguez. Pitching for the Cleveland Guardians, Madison Booth. The designated player, Morgan Peace. Playing right field, Mackenzie Mercado. And at shortstop for Cleveland, Abigail Barnhart.
Players from the supporting Cleveland squads are charging into the stadium here to watch their 18U softball team hopefully take home the crown. You just heard the crew out there that will be out there in the field for the Guardians. The Cincinnati Reds supporting teams are doing just the same, including the boys team that perhaps unluckily fell in a weird little game between Indianapolis and the Kansas City Royals team yesterday. But out in the outfield, Cleveland will look like this. Moving left to right in the infield, it's Julianna Rodriguez, and then Barnhart As the left side of the infield, third baseman Rodriguez, shortstop Barnhart. At second, it's Harper. At first, it's Lopez. Behind the plate, Ella McCabe takes her spot. Madison Booth returns inside the circle, pitching for the second time this tournament. In the outfield, again left to right, it's Siokarin, Zach, and Mercado for the Guardians in white with blue bottoms. For Cincinnati, they will lead it off in this visitors' half of the first inning in all black. Presley Cruzy, Carly Davis, Mia Buemi are the top half of the lineup. Laney Hatridge, Dre Brown batting in the 5 spot today. Lydia Sparks in the 6 spot. Then Addison Johnson, Alexis Hamilton, and Jada Johnson rounds out the order for the Reds. Leading it off is Presley Cruzy, number 1, the center fielder. Last time these two teams played, she went 0 for 4. Her only productive out, really a sacrifice bunt.
It's going to be important for Cincinnati to get on top of Maddie Booth here early. Cincinnati were able to claw their way back into that last one, whether it was because Cleveland kind of turned off the Jets once they already thought they won the game after it was ended prematurely in the 5th. Cincinnati got the jump on them to put up 5 runs in the 6th inning, but they're going to want to get started early here with offense.
First pitch, strike in from Booth as corners are in. Sure, we'll reference that game a bunch. The ups and downs of that one. 5-1, game ended early, and then all of a sudden the game was back on, and then a walk-off home run to close it out. We'll go through it. Certainly throughout. Bunt shown down the first base line, but foul for strike number 2.
Broadcasting our game today on YouTube, the Windy City Sports Network 2, and your announcers Ryan Sikora and Thierry Welcome.
0-2, corner still in. Upstairs and outside, ball 1.
Maddie Booth, she's been really key for this Cleveland team. She gets her 2nd start of the tournament, but helped Cleveland to their 4th win yesterday when she came in relief of Bella Williams in the game versus Chicago.
Hot and humid day, at least for Chicago's standards. Late July, Sunday morning. 2-2. Inside, 3 straight balls from Maddie Booth. Count is now full.
Yeah, the morning marred by some stormy weather that pushed our game back to now, but we're happy that we were able to get back out here finally.
A little grateful for that, a little more time to sleep in. As the full count comes in, it swung off. We'll do it again. Two. What was it? Just inside for ball 4. Presley Cruzy reaches leadoff walk for Cincinnati.
The Reds RBI, the shortstop, number 45, Carly Davis.
Makes way for Carly Davis. 1 on, nobody out. Booth throws 4 straight balls. Bunt shown, it's laid down, but foul. Cincinnati trying to push a little small ball on us early on.
Well, that's Cincinnati's game. Cincinnati certainly plays small ball, or at least smaller ball than Cleveland does, and they're going to have to be really effective at it because Cleveland, 1 pitch can open this game wide up.
0-1, corner's still in. She swings on that one. Looping foul over the fence in right field.
Behind the plate, no Kaufman, and in the field, Art Kasek and Orlando Munoz.
It's 0-2 now. The pitch. Strike 3, got her to look at it. First K for Maddie Booth.
Heading third for Reds RBI, first baseman, number 81, Mia Buami.
Mia Buemi. Number 81 into the right-handed batter's box now. Swings at the first one she sees, fouls it off the catcher's face mask for strike one. Wemmy yesterday in this game against Cleveland, slow start, started with 2 Ks and then came alive in the 6th and the 7th. Part of that Cleveland come from behind. That one was just outside for ball 1. She was doing all she could as Cincinnati charged their way up, and obviously they had a chance to win it before Cleveland denied them.
Yeah, they certainly had a chance yesterday, and some thought that their chance would be thwarted, by a time limit. These games, they're kept strictly on schedule, so that 2-hour time limit, but they were able to start the 7th inning, and that's what ultimately got them the loss after Cleveland really took advantage of their trip to the 7th.
Two one. Swing and a miss. May have got a piece of it. Didn't matter. Still a strike. Throw over at first was not in time. It's 2-2, 1 out, 1 aboard. Two swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks. Maddie Booth starting to grow into it. Lainey Hatridge will come up.
Cleanup for the Reds RBI. Second baseman number 29, Lainey Hatridge.
Hatridge has batted cleanup all weekend. First pitch she sees, she swings at that one too. Booth is finding the strike zone, and bats aren't finding her pitches.
Seems like it took some time for Maddie Booth to kind of settle in, but now that she's settled in, she seems to be looking really good here.
A 1? A little too far inside, evens up the count. Right back up the middle. That'll get into the outfield. A 2-out single for Lainey Hatridge. Hatridge puts 2 aboard with 2 away.
Batting fifth for the Reds RBI, third baseman number 5, Dre Brown.
Brings up Dre Brown, who probably one of our favorite players we've seen all weekend at this tournament.
Yeah, Dre Brown has certainly been a star in the infield. Maybe not quite as consistent up to bat, but whenever she does get on base, she definitely uses that speed that she's got. So, been a very effective player for Cincy RBI.
0-1. Swing and a miss, make it 0-2. Brown, as you mentioned, not the best week at the plate. Yesterday against Cleveland, went 0 for 4. 1 for 4, bunted, got around to score, one of the early runs for the Reds. That glove on the defensive side, though, is something special. 0-2. Contact, left side, hit hard. Foul ball would have been over the fence.
And that's some of that power that Cincinnati's going to need. I'm sure they're liking seeing it out of Brown here early. Just got to get it fair.
0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks with a little bit of a single in the middle. Maddie Booth gets out with 3 strikeouts, navigates 2 on, and strands them both in the top of the first. Now for the first, Cleveland Guardians and their powerful offense will step up to the plate for the first time in this game. It's Serrani Siokaran who leads it off, then Ella McCabe, Kristen Zach. The three due up in this one. We highlighted Kristen Zach a little bit earlier. She's got a lot of pop to her power. She'll be here in just a moment. She's in the hole as Grace Hartfield will toe the rubber inside the circle for the Reds. Second time she has pitched in this one. First offering, Siokaran shows bunt, pulled away inside for ball one.
Yeah, Siokaran leading off all weekend and pretty much showing bunt all weekend when she's been up there to bat first in this first position.
Ella McCabe on deck. Dre Brown crouched position at third. The corner's playing in. That one's upstairs. It's 2-0.
And this is a fun sight to see right on top of that dugout for Cleveland Guardians RBI baseball team. They're cheering on the softball team here. Love to see the support.
It looks like the 15U team. As the 2-0 comes in, Siokaran shows bunt. Looked like she got a piece of it. It'll be 2-1. 15U team out in force. The 18U baseball team is in the championship game as well. So Cleveland, the only team to send both programs to the title bout. 2-1. Corner still playing in. Bunt still shown. It's down. It's going to trickle foul. Evens up the count. Brown's at third base. Mia Buemi is at first. The middle infielder's shortstop is Carly Davis. Laney Hatridge is at second. Left to right in the outfield, it's Johnson, Cruzy, and Hamilton. Behind home plate, it's Lydia Sparks for Cincinnati.
If you think you saw a little bit of hesitation out of Siokaran there before she started running, might be because yesterday in one of her bunt attempts, she tried to lay one down, and it bounced right back up and hit her at about the waistline. She was called out.
2-2, she swings at that one and misses. Leadoff, strikeout. Great pitch from Grace Hartfield. Great job battling back after falling down 2-0.
Batting second for the Cleveland Guardians, the catcher number 10, Ella McCabe.
Siokaran leads it off, but this is really where the lineup starts for Cleveland. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This next group coming up is dominant.
This is where all your power comes from. We see McCabe here at the second spot, but throughout the weekend we've seen McCabe and Maddie Booth go back and forth between that second and that seventh and sixth spot a little bit. Gets a little mixed up down there. They've got lots of options, lots of people they can put in a lot of places.
The 1-0 finds the strike zone. 1-1. Contact up the middle of the field. That will be at least a single. Waving on over to second goes McCabe, and standing up safely in scoring position. One out double for Ella McCabe puts one aboard in scoring position for Cleveland.
Batting third for the Cleveland Guardians, the center fielder number 5, Kristen Zach.
Brings up the center fielder, Kristen Zach. Opportunity for Cleveland to strike first here. Just a little high, ball one. Hard out in the left center. Back and wig on. 2-0 Guardians. Kristen Zach smokes one for the first runs of this game.
Now batting for the Cleveland Guardians.
The Guardians just absolutely on top of Grace Hartfield like they were yesterday. And Kristen Zach, we've seen her power throughout the weekend. We know how dangerous she is, and she just shows it right there once again.
And here's Olivia Lopez, who was the home run hero in the first match between these two. She bats cleanup. First pitch is low and in the dirt from Hartfield. Guardians RBI, perfect start.
Absolutely. They couldn't have written that start up better for what they wanted to get out of this first inning here.
Two balls now from Hartfield. Count is 2-0. That's going to be in play and foul. Looked playable, was going to stay inside the facility, and it did, so it's 2-1. Lopez is the first baseman today. She pitched yesterday, had a phenomenal 6 innings. 2-1. Lopez, high, deep, center. Bye-bye! Back-to-back home runs! Say hello to the Cleveland Home Run Show. Lopez, her last 2 at-bats, she's gone yard both times.
Cleveland definitely had the advantage with this pitching matchup. Grace Hartfield, that's who Cincinnati threw out there yesterday, and that's how Cleveland got to their 6-1 lead. And Cleveland, obviously, they saw enough of her to know what they needed to do here in this first.
Sarah Harper up now, and another pitch way out in front of home plate. It's 1-0. Good pitch from Hartfield. Finally finds the zone and finally puts a strike on the board, 1-1.
Ryan, you asked me before the game if this would be kind of a pitcher's duel, and I guess that's something that I forgot to take into account for the second there, is that Cincinnati, they saw Olivia Lopez yesterday, and they probably could have handled her a little bit if they had gotten her again today, but they get Maddie Booth, and so now they've got something that they haven't gone against, just seen, and Booth's been tearing through teams in this tournament.
And is that what it is this early on, in your opinion, that they've seen Hartfield already for almost a full game and they just know what to expect?
They saw Hartfield already. Hartfield had a poor enough showing that she was pulled out of that game and replaced by Lenise Pates, so they already knew that they could get on top of Hartfield and get underneath her skin.
1-2, upstairs, ball 2. Cincinnati going with the decision to stick to their ace, Grace Hartfield. Backfiring early, a 3-run first for Cleveland. All via the long ball. Only 1 out. Nobody on, 2-2 count to the 5th hitter in the lineup, Sarah Harper. 2-2, pushed foul. Let's go again. Two, full count now. Full count. Hard down the third base line, right underneath the head. The third base coach ducked out of the way. We'll do the 3-2 yet again.
Check out that reaction time.
You can tell she's played a bit of softball in her day.
Oh, absolutely. She was ready. She saw it coming, so we got out of the way in time.
Swing and a miss, and Hartfield finds her second strikeout of the inning.
Batting sixth for the Cleveland Guardians, third baseman number 17, Julianna Rodriguez.
First pitch in there to Julianna Rodriguez for strike one. Rodriguez, the third baseman today. Hartfield trying to refine her rhythm. 0-1. How important is this at bat? Get out of the inning.
Oh, it's certainly important for Cincinnati. They want to finish this off, and they want to try to pick up their bats, because I'm sure they're eager in the dugout, eager in the field, excuse me, to match what Cleveland's been able to do here.
Hartfield paints the corner there, finds the strike zone 1 and 2 as the train rolls on by.
Last day here with the L train.
It's a final conclusion, one of the great nemesises of this tournament this year. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Both pitchers grabbed 3 strikeouts each in their first inning, but though those Guardian bats, they were hot on this hot day in Chicago, Illinois. 3-0 Cleveland after 1 on WCSN.
Score, Cleveland 3.
Top 2 Reds back up to bat. Lydia Sparks, Addison Johnson, and Alexis Hamilton will do it for Cincinnati. Swing and a miss from the catcher. Sparks on the first offering from Booth. Down 3-0 now. Cleveland has to be calm, cool, collected, and Cincinnati has to be careful not to try and chase this game.
Yeah, Cincinnati down early, but there's still a lot of game left that can be played. So Cincinnati, they've got to take their time. You can't get jittery and try to rush to get the runs. Just do what you've been doing all weekend.
We think there's a lot of game left. We've been told there's a hard out at about 1:30 p.m. local time. That first inning took about half an hour. As that one's hit hard, and it'll find its way into the outfield. It'll go all the way over to the wall out in left center, and holding at first is Lydia Sparks for a leadoff single.
I think she might have heard you on that one, Ryan. Said, oh, we've got a hard out? Oh, I'll get things started right here for us.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, there's no hustle or no hurry for the Reds. They don't want to try too hard to force something, right? But they do have to be aware that, they got to put runs on the board pretty fast, or they might have to go home earlier than they want to.
Courtesy runner coming in there for Lydia Sparks. That's Kaylee Corus. So she'll run the base paths now.
Corus has started a couple games for the Reds this weekend. Should be a useful weapon on the path. This first pitch comes in to Addison Johnson, the designated player.
Absolutely. Both of these teams have some pretty deep rosters, and they can throw multiple people out in multiple positions, go to their bench a few times to get what they need.
Bunt shown from Johnson, drops foul. Or did it? Did it stay in front of the home plate? Yes, it did. Heads up play from Ella McCabe behind the dish. First out of the inning. Runner advances on over to second.
Batting eighth for the Reds RBI, right fielder number 13, Alexis Hamilton.
Eighth hitter Alexis Hamilton in now. Runner in scoring position, only one out. Hamilton swings and misses on that one. Wasn't a part of the lineup yesterday. That was Kaylee Koros in the lineup out in right, so Koros at second base, the courtesy runner, and Hamilton, today's right fielder, batting in the 8 spot. It's 0-1 to her. She didn't swing at it, and wisely so. That's inside for ball 1. Up and away, ball 2. Jada Johnson on deck, and then back to the top of the lineup for Cincinnati. So perfect time to get a little production from your back half. 2-1, contact, push, foul. Knots up the count at 2. Two upstairs right at the head, and ducking out of the way to make it a full count was Hamilton. Three-two, lazily hit right back up the middle. They're going to try for a double play, and Booth won't even make the throw. That's the second out of the inning. Call it a P1.
I know Booth wanted the double play, but smart on her to just hold on to that ball. She saw neither of her teammates, Barnhart or Harper, had yet moved over to cover second base, and that would have been surely an advancement for Kaylee Koros had that ball left her hand.
Changes the complexion of Jada Johnson's at-bat with 2 outs. She swings on the first one. Breaking ball is in there, strike 1. Oh, 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Jada Johnson can certainly do some work here. Yesterday, 2 for 3, 2 doubles. So she's got a little bit of extra base power on her.
Oh, 2 from Booth. High into the air. That will land into foul territory and over our heads. We'll do the 0-2 again.
You know, Ryan, 2 days of games here, this being the third, still no foul ball has hit the train. We're still waiting.
No foul balls hit the train. We haven't caught a foul ball yet over at UIC at Curtis Granderson Stadium. It's been a disappointing weekend for the broadcast and the press booth. Were they still cheering it on, hoping it would hit the train yesterday like they were on Friday?
Oh, absolutely. Yesterday, one went by and landed and hit right in front of the railing as a train was going by, and everyone thought that was the one.
That was a great pitch from Maddie Booth. It just missed, ball 1. Reds trying to get back to Presley Cruzy in the top of the lineup. She's on deck. First the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Maddie Booth, 4 Ks through 2. It's 3-0. We've played 1.5 from DePaul University on the Windy City Sports Network, second channel.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Moving quickly here into the bottom of the second.
Correction.
Maddie Booth, Morgan Peace, and Mackenzie Mercado are the three due up the back end of the lineup.
Ryan, I got to tell you, I'm really excited to see what Booth can bring here. We've seen her do really well inside the pitcher circle, and we've seen her hit some balls deep, but always just too far underneath them, popping them up to outfielders. I want to see if she can get one down.
Booth in the prior game to this one batted second in the lineup. He and Ella McCabe have switched spots for today's game. Here's the 2-0 upstairs, 3-0 count. And they've done that throughout the weekend, just kind of flip-flopping McCabe and Booth here and there just to give a little bit of a different look to some of their opponents.
Absolutely. You definitely can go Siokaran to Booth. That brings a little bit more speed at the top of that lineup, or you can go Siokaran straight to that power, as we saw here earlier today from McCabe.
3-0 free pitch in there, strike one. (12:10 p.m. local time). Just past high noon. 3-1 to Booth. Loops it foul down the first base line. We'll go with a full count now. Three strikeouts, 3 hits so far for Cleveland at the plate. Obviously the 3 runs to go with it. (3-2). There's the first walk. Lead off, base on balls. Maddie Booth will stand on first base. Morgan Peace comes in.
For Cleveland Guardians, designated player number 13, Morgan Peace.
Peace yesterday 1 for 2 with a single and a score and a walk to go along with it. Choked way up on that bat. Showed for bunt. Took strike one. Oh, 1. Secondary lead didn't matter. Pitch was too high and into scoring position is Maddie Booth. No courtesy run for her either. The pitcher is allowed to be taken out of this game, and courtesy ran for pitcher and catcher, but they keep Booth out there. Clearly has some speed on the base path.
Booth's got some wheels. She can do it herself. She doesn't need a courtesy runner.
1-1. Inside and a little bit of low, too, down at the feet of Peace. It's 2-1. Showed bunt on the first pitch, hasn't shown bunt since. Probably goes away with the runner in at second. Swing and a miss from Peace. Evens up the count, 2-2. And the runner tried to go and beat the tag, and Maddie Booth was looking for 3, couldn't get it. Great little heads-up defensive play from Cincinnati. First out of the inning comes on the field.
Maybe not the best decision by Booth, but I will say something that you can kind of test when you're up 3-0 this early in the game. Wanted to test that decision-making and that arm speed by Sparks. Probably should have gone back to second or tried to get into a pickle.
As Peace strikes out and gives Hartfell her 4th K of this one. 2 up, 2 down in an unorthodox manner. Brings up Mackenzie Mercado, the right fielder.
Batting ninth for the Cleveland Guardians, the right fielder, number 2, Mackenzie Mercado.
Mercado watches the first pitch go up high for ball number 1.
Haven't seen a whole lot of Mackenzie Mercado this weekend. She started one other game, I believe, and has been in and out as courtesy runner, but have not seen a whole lot of her in the starting lineup or in the field.
Low and inside ball, 2. Two-0. Inside. Dre Brown pinching in a little bit from third base. 3-0 swing and a miss. Good response from Hartfield there.
Hartfield, she sees the strike zone. A few fans unhappy about at least one of those balls called, but Hartfield doesn't take it to heart and just goes ahead and gives us Mercado a strike.
There's a hearty pitch. 3-1. That one just misses upstairs. 2-out walk puts one aboard. Back to the top of the lineup for Cleveland, Sarani Siokaran.
Home plate umpire definitely keeping things tight up top there. Fans would say he's a little loose on the inside, at least for right-handed batters.
And the pitcher plunks the batters, so Siokaran will make her way on over to first. Hartfield starting to lose it here after what was a decent start to this inning.
Siokaran clearly feeling that one as she walks over to first base, rubbing her thigh. She's going to try to run that one out. Siokaran been a bit of a ball magnet this weekend.
Cleveland left fielder taking her time. Makes her way back to the bag, and Ella McCabe is up. Doubled and scored in the first. Part of that productive heart of the lineup early on for Cleveland. Upstairs to McKay, both runners with nice secondary leadoffs, and the catcher, Lydia Sparks, will hold them.
Yeah, Cleveland really got speed here on these base paths. They've been a little bit more on the conservative side with their base runners here so far. No one really going for the steal attempts except for Booth there. But definitely these two have got the speed to put some pressure on Lydia Sparks.
That one in there for strike one. The McCabe. Cincinnati needing to turn the corner, not the start that the three-time defending regional champs would have wanted. Down 3-0, clock running against them as well. One and one. Upstairs and out of the glove of the catcher Sparks, both runners advance their way over to scoring position with 2 outs.
Grace Hartfield, now she's really got to focus and make sure that she can get Ella McCabe out, as it'd be a scary situation if Kristen Zach comes up to the plate with bases loaded.
2-1. Zach on deck, McCabe at home plate. Hartfield taking her time. The righty delivers. Hit towards Dre Brown at third. Catch, toss is not a good one. One run will score. Another one coming around to make it 5-0 Guardians. Cleveland are rocking and rolling.
A rare mistake by the third baseman. Cost her team 2 runs there.
Next batter for the Guardians, center fielder number 5, Kristen Zach.
Brown's been dominant with web gems at third base all weekend. That one got away from her hand, and makes it 5-0. Courtesy runner's going to come in for the catcher, McCabe.
That's Tyliani Sanchez coming in now for McCabe.
Won't get any easier. Kristen Zach already with a home run today.
Julianna Sanchez now running at second base, number 4.
Strike one into Zach. And then after Zach, it's Olivia Lopez, who's got some power to herself as well.
Hartfield. We need to get to the hardest part of the lineup to get that final out.
0-1. Upstairs. Batter didn't go.
Good on Kristen Zach, recognizing what the umpire's been calling as strikes and making the decision to not swing.
It was a ball, a little high, 2-1. Sanchez at second. Push the ball into the outfield, and her speed might score and make it 6-0. High ball. It's going to be catchable for Sparks behind home plate. She does to end the inning. 2 more cross for Cleveland. They're up 5-0. We've played through 2. 2022 MLB RBI Central Regional Championship brought to you by Cubs Charities. It's the 18U softball title game, and Cleveland and Cincinnati are going at it in an all-Ohio clash.
Leadoff hitter in center field, number 1, Presley.
Presley Cruzy, leadoff hitter as Cincinnati gets back to the top of their order. First time up, Cruzy walked and got her way to second. As Cincinnati are going to need offense and offense fast. 12:22. They've got about an hour left in this one. Up high, ball 2. Cruzy, Davis, and Buemi. As Maddie Booth works down in the count. That'll be ball 3. All 3 pitches upstairs.
The umpire keeping his strike zone consistent on that top boundary. Very tight there, making it hard for these pitchers to work within.
Booth, 3-0. Bunt shown. Pulled away, but still strike 1 to Cruzy. First time through the lineup for Maddie. 4 Ks. Only really 1 ball popped into the air. That was that one that came right back to her that she claimed towards the end of the second inning. 3-1, strike 2. Cruzy thought she might have gotten one. She didn't.
Yeah, Cruzy not happy with that call, and then not happy with herself for not swinging at it.
Full count. Swing and a miss from Cruzy. Maddie Booth battles her way back for her 5th K.
Next batter, shortstop, number 45, Carly Davis.
So Carly Davis, who struck out looking in the first, comes up. No one can figure out Maddie Booth yet. Let's see if Davis can start a rally. First offering is low, ball 1. Neat little grounder there. That's 2 up, 2 down.
Very nonchalant there by Harper and Lopez. The chemistry over on the right side of the infield and the trust in each other, knowing that that ball was going to get over pretty nicely.
That's the first ground out of the game. Took us a while to get there. Mia Buemi steps up. She struck out in the first.
Lots of strikeouts, lots of balls popped up.
Swing and a miss on that pitch. It's 0-1.
And Maddie Booth, she's just frustrating these Cincinnati batters. Every time they swing at one, they think they shouldn't have. They're frustrated, looking up in the sky, asking, why did I swing at that? She's got them all confused.
0-1. Just drifts away, evens up the count. Sun starts to show. Great pitch there from Booth. It's 1-2. And as soon as the sun starts to show, Booth throws a strike and the sun goes away again.
So much movement for someone who's just 15. She's hitting spots. She's tricking batters. This is a sight to see.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Of course it was. Maddie Booth is flying. Cleveland 5-0 after the top of the 3rd on the Windy City Sports Network. And this weekend, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony will be held in Cooperstown, New York. This year's inductees include Mr. Buck O'Neill, a former Negro League player and manager. O'Neill spent over 30 years in the Cubs organization as a scout, minor league, and spring training instructor, as well as a mentor. He was the first African-American head coach for an AL or NL club and was a champion for preserving Negro League history. So congratulations. Chicago is proud of you.
Chicago's proud of you.
That was Olivia Lopez taking ball number 1. Lopez 1 for 1 with a home run. Got to be careful. That's why they're probably pitching around the strike zones, trying to get Lopez to swing at something she doesn't want to. She's got all sorts of power, pure power. A deep shot, dead center field that last time up. That one was close, though. 2-0. Finds the bottom corner there, 2-1. It's Lopez, Sarah Harper, and Julianna Rodriguez, so 4, 5, and 6 due up in this bottom of the 3rd for the Guardians. Lopez, high, infield fly ball. claimed by the second baseman Hatridge for the first out of the frame.
Next batter, second baseman, number 18, Sarah Harper.
Sarah Harper, part of the 3-strikeout first inning for Hartfield. Listen to that Guardians RBI dugout. They are excited to be here. She shows bunt, didn't pull away in time at strike one. Oh, 1. Contact, left side of the infield, and underneath it is Davis. So 2 infield flies have yielded 2 outs in the third.
Next batter for the Cleveland Guardians, third baseman, number 17, Julianna Rodriguez.
Davis. Wasn't sure she was going to be able to get to that one, make the catch. It seemed like it was just going to fall right over her head, but good speed on her and good ability to track the ball. She's able to get that one.
First offering upstairs, a good eye from Julianna Rodriguez, also struck out in the first. You're watching the Windy City Sports Network second channel, Guardians RBI 5, Reds RBI 0 in the 18U softball title game. The other game, the 18U baseball title game, is going on over at University of Illinois Chicago at Curtis Granderson Stadium. That's Kevin Malater and Austin Kroon. That's a 4-0 lead for White Sox ace over Guardians RBI at the end of 3. That's on the Windy City Sports Network main channel, somewhere linked in our bio. I'm not sure. I'm not too great with technology. 2-0 from Hartfield. Inside, make it 3-0. Maddie Booth on deck. They would love to get to her in the lineup. 3-0, strike 1. Huge pitch up coming for Hartfield. Needs to settle into a rhythm. About 5 runs off 3 hits in the first 2 frames, and she can't find the strike zone there. That's a 2-out walk to Julianna Rodriguez. Does she have the time to settle in? With the clock running against her, the score running against her, what does Hartfield need to do, and even if she can do it?
She's got to get the concentration. Hartfield, she's able to pitch strikeouts. We've seen her pitch strikeouts. She can get the ball to the strike zone. She can make batters miss. It's just about situationally, can she get the outs when she needs them? And so far, the answer is no.
That's a strike in there to Maddie Booth, who walked and was thrown out at third in the second inning. Booth pitching today, Tia mentioned before we went to break, 15 years old, has so much control inside the circle, so much poise at the plate too. 0-1, up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher, and Dre Brown, another awry throw, but this time it's caught and claimed to end the inning. No runs off, no hits, 1 left on base in the third inning. Guardians RBI don't score for the first time, but they're still up 5-0.
Cincinnati.
Top of the fourth, the Reds RBI come back to bat with Hatridge, Brown, and Sparks. Looking to spark some offense. Down 5 runs. Play has sped up a little bit here. It took us 30 minutes to get through the first frame, and it took us 30 minutes to get through the last 2. So maybe we might be able to finish this game out.
I don't know if maybe coaches or umpires have been told about the 1:30 cutoff time, but like you said, Ryan, looking to speed up, so maybe they won't have to worry about it.
That one fouled off. It's an 0-2 count. Hatridge singled in the first. Brown struck out in the first, and Sparks, who's in the hole right now, also singled in the second. Most productive 3-man stretch of the lineup so far today for Cincinnati. Oh, 2 in the dirt. Ball 1. This is the Windy City Sports Network 18U softball title game. As the count goes 2-2, Ryan Sikora, Tia Reed here for you in the 2022 MLB RBI Central Regional Championship game in Chicago, Illinois. Cacciatore Stadium, DePaul University. The 2-2 contact right back towards Booth. Inner glove, takes her time, tosses on over. First out of the frame.
Batter for Reds RBI. Third baseman number 5, Dre Brown.
Maddie Booth, the reaction time. We've seen her play shortstop a little bit. Maybe that's why she's a solid fielder in the pitcher circle.
Brown takes the first pitch inside. One out. Brown, contact left side towards the dugout, and well foul. One's outside. It's 2-1 with 1 out. That one way out in front. It's 3-1. And Brown calls time. Big spot here. Cincinnati can get one aboard. Dre Brown has the speed maybe to get around with one hit if it's pushed out into the right spot. 3-1. Brown will walk. One's aboard with 1 out. Up step Lydia Sparks.
And with just that 1 out, look for Dre Brown to be aggressive here on the base paths. She's got speed and certainly would help Cincinnati out if she can get into scoring position right away.
First base runner since Sparks singled. Brown goes, charges on over to second, slides in. Throw was just a little away, and into second is the third baseman, Dre Brown. Oh, 1 to Sparks. Right at her foot, made contact with that right foot of hers, and now it's 2 on.
Next batter for the Reds RBI designated player.
Chorus comes back out as the courtesy runner for Sparks. They used her last time Sparks was up to bat as well.
0, Addison Johnson.
See what Addison Johnson can do here. Sacrifice bunt to advance the runner on to second the last time around. That was Koros, who's now at first. Dre Brown at second. Booth takes her time. First offering, strike one.
Courtesy runner for the Reds RBI. Number 2, Kaylee Koros.
Oh, 1. Rodriguez playing way in for Cleveland. One and one. Swing and a miss from Johnson. Alexis Hamilton on deck. Jada Johnson in the hole. As we approach the back end of this lineup, big spot here for Addison Johnson. One, two, swing and a miss. Got her to go. First K of this inning. And a 7th of the game for Maddie Booth.
Alexis Hamilton.
Yeah, Maddie Booth let a few get away from her for the walk and the hit by pitch, but she's able to turn it back on and get the strikeouts when she needs them. She's just working her way through this game here.
Reds getting set to make a change.
Denise Pates comes in now.
Pate's a powerful hitter, powerful pitcher as well. Has played a little bit on both sides for the Reds this weekend. Alexis Hamilton is taken out. Cincinnati banking on a pinch hitter early on in this game. Pate's first pitch to her is well inside, right at her knee. She's got to back out of the way for ball one. Pates, that one's upstairs from Booth, 2-0. Trying to pitch around her. Pates gets a hold of one. You could see this game be 5-3 in an instant. Make it 2-1. There's a good pitch to Pate in the corner from Booth. Cincinnati 18U boys team starting a clap, trying to get their girls going.
Boys now really getting into it.
Cleveland 15U left. We presume to go watch the 18U championship game. 2-1 Pates upstairs, 3-1 now. Every little pitch matters here from Booth. And a walk on 5 pitches to Lenise Pates. Loads the bases with 2 outs. Jada Johnson is on her way. We'll see if they talk about bringing in a pinch hitter for this one, too. 13 is going to re-enter to run the bases. That's going to be Alexis Hamilton.
Alexis Hamilton re-entering the game to run.
Pates does her job. Black shirts on every base. Swing and a miss. That one was way outside. Jada Johnson didn't have to take a cut at that one at all.
You've seen Maddie Booth work with no pressure on her. Now let's see what she can do with the bases loaded, if she can get herself out of this jam.
Another swing and a miss from Johnson. Booth looking for her second strikeout of this inning. Last time up, Johnson struck out swinging as well on 3 pitches. Swinging with reckless abandon is the 9-hitter. Needs to come up with one here. 0-2. Outside. Good eye there.
Johnson, in this at-bat at least, finally seeing the outside pitch and knowing to let it go.
1-2. Swing and a miss from Johnson. How about Maddie Booth on this championship Sunday?
No runs,
Controlling
no hits.
at her tempo. Cleveland 5, Cincinnati nothing.
Anthony's a play. Cleveland. Fourth inning for the Cleveland Guardians. Designated player number 13, Morgan Beats.
Grace Hartfield still out there for the Guardians half of the 4th. Morgan Peace, Mackenzie Mercado, and Sarani Ciocrin all due up in the 4th. First pitch ball from Hartfield. Peace struck out swinging her last time up. That was in the 2nd frame. In there, strike 1, good pitch. Forced foul into the Reds dugout on the first base line. That's strike 2. If you're Cincinnati, you get out of this inning defensively. Maybe if you keep it at 5 runs in a 5-0 ball game, you've now pitched back-to-back 0-score innings for Cleveland. You scored 5 runs in the 6th inning in the reverse match between these two. You have to feel still pretty confident about your chances.
Absolutely. Cincinnati's ability to score some runs late in the game is what was able to help them and bring it close in, just weren't able to complete it yesterday.
Right fielder number 2,
Peace goes down
Mackenzie
swinging.
Mercado.
Mackenzie Mercado, the right fielder, up. And is that what the Reds coaching staff is telling everybody in that dugout is, we're still in this. We scored 5 runs in the 6th yesterday. Yeah, I know we lost, as that one's bunted right back. It would have hit us if there weren't a net there. Is that what you're telling everybody, that, hey, we did this yesterday. We were down, and we battled back, had a big inning, and had a chance to go win the game?
I mean, it's definitely something to think about there. Like, you know your team can do it. You want to make sure that your team knows that they've done it before and they can do it. Just the difference here is, once again, the time. Although we're now about halfway through this game and just a little under an hour left to play. So
Another bunt. Brown approaching and Brown catching. Great read at third from Dre Brown. That's the glove we've been talking about all weekend.
Dre Brown, she's played in a lot there. The speed lets her get to that one. What a play by the third baseman.
Cacciatore.
Ciocrin is up, struck out in the 1st, got hit by a pitch and scored in the 2nd. Hartfield making quick work here in the 4th. Let's see if that trend continues. First offering, swung on, right back up the middle. Back to Hartfield, underhand toss, 3 up, 3 down for the first time this game for the Cincinnati Reds defense. Momentum starting to turn. They need offense to come their way, though. Bottom of the 4th is over. Top of the 5th is next. Top of the 5th, wasn't that awesome?
A little bit of a dance break between the innings. Lots of energy out here.
Center fielder number 1, Presley Cruzy.
Reds RBI getting a little bit happier. Back-to-back scoreless innings for Cleveland, but Cincinnati need the offense to flow. Presley Cruzy leads it off. It's 1-2-3 in the 5th. Cruzy 0 for 1 today.
You know, these two teams dancing to Cotton Eye Joe, doing line dances, I guess it's not too much to expect. I mean, even in one of their chants that they say often, Cleveland likes to shout yeehaw.
Cruzy pushes one into right field. It's a fly ball caught by the right fielder Mercado, 1 up, 1 down.
Next batter for the Reds RBI, shortstop number 45, Carly Davis.
Carly Davis 0 for 2. Grounded out to second her last time up. First offering, Davis swats it. Right field line into foul territory. 3 Guardians were going to converge on it. No one could get there. Oh, 1. Inside, ball 1. Booth inside again, 2-1. Davis, then Mia Buemi, who's also 0 for 2 today, is on deck. Cincinnati trying to find their way back into this one and potentially find their way for a 4th straight Central Regional crown. Here's the 2-1. Swung on up the middle in the glove of the second baseman. Tough throw to be made, not in time. There's a single for Carly Davis.
Carly Davis doing a good job putting her head down and running to beat that one out. Sarah Harper with a nice grab, just not in time to get the throw.
First hit since Lydia Sparks in the second inning. Buemi fouls that one off. Buemi at the plate, Hatridge on deck, and Dre Brown in the hole. 0-1. Swing and a miss from Buemi.
Couple of big swings there by Buemi. She does have power. Hit a home run yesterday in their Cincinnati's game versus Indy, but wasn't able to get any of that power showing versus Cleveland the other day.
No balls, 2 strikes. That one's fouled back. We'll do it again. The pitch. 0-2 in the brown part of the turf, well in front of home plate. It's 1-2. Again, 1-2. My apologies if I came off a little unclear there. I got to work on my enunciation a little bit. 1-2. Upstairs, pickoff attempt over at first, not there. Evens up the count with 1 away. Strike 3. Third time Buemi has gone down swinging. Second out of this 5th frame. Laney Hatridge needs a hit with 2 away and only 1 aboard.
Maddie Booth has absolutely had Mia Buemi's number today and had her a little bit on yesterday too. That's the 5th time that Buemi's been struck out.
Encouraging signs, though, is that Buemi turned it on at the back end of the last game. That one hit hard. Left center field, back at the wall. It'll touch it after 1 bounce. Waving around to try and score the first run of the game for Cincinnati. Here comes Davis. It's 5-1.
Next batter for the Reds RBI, third baseman number 5, Dre Brown.
RBI double from Laney Hatridge. Cincinnati trying to spark a 2-out rally. Brown, the third baseman, 0 for 1 on the day. Walked her last time up. First offering. Swung on. Brown, high into the sky. She knows it. That's gone. 5-3. 2 swings of the bat, and this one is back on. All the way over left center from Dre Brown. 5-3 game and a mound meeting for Cleveland.
Well, we've got a game now, Ryan. Cincinnati, they're not going down easy, not at all.
Next batter for Reds RBI, catcher number 87, Lydia Sparks.
After going hitless for 2 innings, it's 3 hits in their last 4 batters for Cincinnati. They've got 5 hits and 3 runs. Cleveland have 5 runs off 3 hits. Maddie Booth will hang out there as Cleveland retakes their spots out on the infield. Sparks steps into the right-handed batter's box. 1 for 1 on the day.
Definitely not the type of hit I was expecting to see from Dre Brown, but we saw her foul one off earlier in the game that would have been over the wall had it been fair, and now she gets one over the wall and fair.
That one leaks away from Booth for ball 1. Just missed. Ball 2. Just about 31 minutes left before the hard out surfaces. Powerful inning from Cincinnati has made it a game again. 2-0 from Booth. Swung on, fouled off. 2-1. Three and 1 now. Hitters count 3-1. 5-pitch walk. Another runner reaches.
Next batter for the Reds RBI, designated player, number 0, Addison Johnson.
And they'll switch the runner again. Cincinnati seeming pretty consistent in using Kaylee Corus to run the bases for Lydia Sparks.
Kaylee Corus back in as a courtesy runner for Cincinnati Reds RBI.
Let's see if Koros tries to go for 2, use that speed of hers. Addison Johnson 0 for 2 today. First offering from Booth, swing and a miss from Addie.
Well, they've certainly got some energy now, and could that big of an energy boost to that lead them to take some bigger risks that might hurt them, or some risks that might pay off?
Johnson calls time. A 1. Lands in front of the batter's box for ball 1. 3 hits have yielded 3 runs here in the 5th inning for Cincinnati. They're 2 away from tying it up. One and 1. In there, strike 2. One, 2. Breaking ball, got her to look at it. A huge pitch there to strand a runner from Maddie Booth. She gets out of the inning. Cleveland still have the lead. It's 5-3. We've played 4.5.
Nobody left. 1 left. After 4.5 innings of play, your score, Cleveland 5, Cincinnati 3.
Five-3 lead for Cleveland. Cincinnati clawed 3 back in the top half of the 5th. Ella McCabe swings at the first offering, pushes it foul down the first base line. It's 2-3-4. McCabe, Zach, and Olivia Lopez, the dangerous portion of this Cleveland lineup as they try and recuperate some of their lead.
Well, they haven't lost their lead entirely, so they're still playing from a position out in front. But if they want to stretch this lead and maybe run a little bit of time off the clock, remember that 1:30 hard out, they're going to want to put some nice at-bats together here.
That one down in front of home plate evens up the count at 1-1. McCabe 1 for 1 today. Reached and scored in the first and then reached on an error from Dre Brown's throw in the second. Hasn't batted since. We're in the 5th inning now. 1-1. Contact, left line. Brown fields it out of play in foul territory. 1-2 now. 1-2. Inside. McCabe was crowding the plate. Looked close, but it was probably too far inside at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one, Ryan, but Cincinnati fans and dugout clearly do not.
Two and two. Upstairs, we'll go full. Big pitch here for Grace Hartfield. Full count. Pushed into foul territory. It's going to be playable right in front of the Reds' dugout. No one could get there in time. Seventh pitch of the at-bat, and it's right down in front of home plate for a walk. Ella McCabe leads it off with a base on balls.
Next batter, center fielder number 5, Kristen Zach.
Zach, once again, dangerous. Hartfield was able to get her in the second inning in her second at-bat, but now she's got to do it again. It's another challenge here.
Got her to pop back up to the catcher. And your first swing is right out there, a liner out to left. Jada Johnson was underneath it for the first out of the inning. Runner stays standing at first base.
First baseman number 22, Olivia Lopez.
That's the first ball to reach a glove of an outfielder in their hands. Obviously, the home runs have gone into the outfield. A couple of the singles and doubles have gone out there, but first fly out of this one. Olivia Lopez also with a home run today. Takes the first offering. It's a ball. High, towering, deep center. She did it again. Another one from Olivia Lopez. 2-run dinger, 7-3.
Olivia Lopez will touch the ball.
Cleveland comes alive again in the fifth.
Lopez wasting absolutely no time breaking that one open once again. Sending the lead back out to 4. And that'll bring the Cincinnati head coach out to talk to Grace Hartfield and his infield.
Second baseman number 18, Sarah Harper.
Another discussion with the infield and Grace Hartfield and the coaching staff.
Keep in mind, the hard part of this lineup isn't done. You still have to get through Harper, Rodriguez, and Booth.
Yeah, and once you get to Maddie Booth, it gets a little easier with Morgan Peace, who's 0 for 2, and Mackenzie Mercado. That's 8-9, and then it's right back to the top of the lineup. No real weak spots in this Cleveland Guardians lineup. Over 2 today is the second baseman, Sarah Harper. Still a very capable batter. Calls time. Down in front of home plate from Hartfield, 1-0. Reds fans were starting to get a little louder. That home run from Lopez certainly silenced them just a tad.
Just a bit, but, you know, still some rowdy parents, some rowdy baseball boys. I'm sure they'll get back loud again if Cincinnati can get a few plays going their way.
1 out. In front of home plate again, 2-0. Windy City Sports Network 2, 2022 MLB RBI Central Regional 18U softball game. Over on Windy City Sports Network 1, it's the 18U baseball game. White Sox ace in the top of the 6th, up 5-0 over the Guardians RBI team over there. That one hit hard into the gap in left center. It'll drop down and at least a single, and turning for 2, play at second, and slipping and falling. A mistake on the base path from Sarah Harper means that's the 2nd out of the inning, and Cincinnati get lucky.
Yeah, Sarah Harper, not exactly the fastest. I could see as they were coming around, I definitely would have held her at first, but she wanted to go for second, and Turf Monster strikes.
That will be a single thrown out at second base for Sarah Harper as Julianna Rodriguez steps back in. Rodriguez 0 for 1, walked her last time up. Inside, ball 1. That one way away from Hartfield, 2-0 now. They'll go have a mound meeting, go talk to Hartfield once again. And it looks like a pitching change will come in the middle of this 2-0 count. Day done for Grace Hartfield. Lenise Pates will relieve her. It's a 2-0 count with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 5th, we'll give Pates a chance to warm up and come back to you in a 7-3 ball game, bottom of the 5th. Grace Hartfield goes 4 2/3, strikes out 5, allows 3 hits.
Switch 2 for 37 in the flex, playing right field.
Enters Lenise Pates, who's pitched a couple times this tournament.
Down for 62.
As a couple of other changes have come, we'll get a couple more of those defensive swaps in just a moment. 2-0 count. First pitch from Pates is in there. It's 2-1 with 2 outs.
So we know we've got Kaylee Corris now playing in right field for Alexis Hamilton. Just not quite sure how it'll shake out when they come back around to bat.
That one just missed from
Now playing
Pates,
right
so
field, Haley
the two
Hero.
pitches she's thrown, it's been 1-1. She inherited a 2-0 count. That makes it 3-1. Koros out in right, as Tia just mentioned. 3-1, 2 outs. Pates winds, delivers, and walks the batter. So Julianna Rodriguez makes her way over to first, and Maddie Booth steps in.
Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Madison Booth.
1:15 p.m. We got 15 minutes left.
Cincy, if they can keep passing the bats, they can, Cleveland, if they can keep passing the bats, they can just wait this one out. But already 2 outs on the board, it's going to be hard.
Pates just missed a shake of her head. Either not happy with herself or not happy with the call.
Cleveland, they saw Pates also yesterday. So Cincinnati not really able to throw anything new out there for Cleveland to see.
Couldn't find that one either. It's 2-0. So she's thrown 5 pitches, 4 balls, 1 strike. 4 straight balls thrown by Pates. Booth fouls that one off. Two and 1. Outside, 3-1 now. Booth out towards right. That's going to drop into right field in front of Koros. Throw isn't in time, and that's a 2-out single to put runners on first and second.
Now batting designated player, number 13, Morgan Peace.
Morgan Peace 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts swinging. The 1-0. Upstairs, it's 2-0. Good eye from Peace. Mackenzie Mercado is in the on-deck circle.
Like you said, Ryan, earlier, a little bit of breathing room here at this bottom 2 of the lineup. So if Lanice Pates can get the out here or with Mercado, that'll be a big help for Cincinnati.
Keeps them in it. Only a 4-run game. We just saw them put up 3 at the top half of this 5th inning. They can certainly do it again. We saw them late on put up a 5-piece in an inning. Runs are still there for Cincinnati to go find.
If they can get the outs here, their biggest enemy becomes time.
Pates was ahead in the count 2-0 as she swings on that one. It's now 2-2. Morgan Peace, the designated player. Lanice Pates, the pitcher, in there for Cleveland. Right-handed reliever. Deuces are wild. Swing and a miss from Peace. Pates gets out of it. But Cleveland's long-gone summer rolls on. A 2-run shot from Olivia Lopez, her second of the game. Means it's 7-3 Cleveland. We've played 5.
Completed 5 innings of play. The score, Cleveland.
Top of the 6th. Reds need 4 at least. The time running against them, 9 minutes before our hard out at 1:30. A new pitcher in for the Guardians, Olivia Lopez, in to close it out. Lenise Pates, the pitcher, leads it off for Cincinnati and cuts and misses. On the first one, Ryan Sikora, Tia Reed here late on from DePaul University. Couple other changes out there for the Guardians.
Yep, so with this presumably being the last inning that we will play in this game, Madison Booth out of the circle, now over to shortstop. The former shortstop, Abby Barnhart, is now in right field for Mackenzie Mercado. And with Olivia Lopez, who was at first, stepping into the circle, we've now got Raven Hurley playing first base.
Pates down 0-2 and steps out, takes her time. It's 8, 9, and 1 due up. So Pates, then Jada Johnson, then Presley Cruzy. No one in this stretch has gotten a hit. That's down and in the dirt for ball 1. Again, Hamilton, who is the normal 8-hitter, has been pinch hit for now twice by Pates. Pates walked in the 4th inning. The only other player out of this 8-9-1 stretch to reach was Presley Cruzy, who walked all the way back in the 1st. 1-2, low and away, ball 2.
So that means, just in case anyone was wondering, that also means Cincinnati switched their flex to the pitcher, to Hamilton, and Lenise Pates bats here.
2-2, Pates puts it into the gap in between short and second. Leadoff single, Lenise Pates. Big spot for her. Let's see if they do the switcheroo they did last time with Hamilton coming in to run.
Now batting for
Could be
Red
Koros.
RBI, left fielder number 17, Jada Johnson. Courtesy runner for Reds, number 3, Avery Rover.
Avery Rover will courtesy run, not Koros, who is the right fielder now, technically. Bunt shown from Johnson. She missed on it. Is it worth a bunt here? Trade an out for an extra base?
I mean, Jada Johnson, she doesn't have a whole lot of power that she can use in order to try to speed up a potential Cincinnati comeback, so if they're going to have to play small ball here, Jada Johnson doing her part to move the run over isn't a bad idea.
This is the 9-hitter, so the top of the lineup is coming for Cincinnati. 1-1. No bunt shown that time. It was upstairs and away. Johnson ahead in the count. Sliding in safely after the pickoff attempt. 3-1.
Jada Johnson not able to get anything with Maddie Booth in the circle. It's been a crucial moment for her team. She'll try to see if she can get the best of Olivia Lopez here.
Don't have to swing at everything here if you're Johnson. Didn't swing at that one. Now she's got a full count, though. Smart not to swing there, though.
It's always a smart move not to swing when you're up that much in the count 3-1, but bit of a tricky situation here now.
Full count. The payoff. Swung on hard right down the third baseline and just foul. That would have had a chance to probably, depending on how far into the corner it got, drive in Rover from home. Full count again. She walked her. 2 on, no outs. Top of the lineup coming up.
Now batting for the Reds RBI, leadoff hitter, center fielder number 1, Presley Cruzy.
Cruzy hits leadoff. She's 0 for 2 today. Last time up, flew out to right field. Only time she's reached was a walk in the 1st inning. They'll have a mound meeting with Lopez because they'll give her a visor.
Not a big meeting, just a quick trip to give her the visor out there. It's been a long game. Here, getting a little messy there. Just trying to help it out of her face.
We are going to finish the game as planned. No hard stop at 1:30.
Wasn't that good news?
That's great news, actually. Hit towards second. They'll tag the runner. There was a charge on the base path. See what they rule at first.
They're going to call interference. Jada Johnson is out. Thanks to runner interference there. They're going to call both runners out as Sarah Harper was trucked. Looked like a football play there, almost.
Next batter for the Reds RBI is shortstop, number 45.
So a double play, Presley Cruzy grounds into it. Obviously some contact on the baseline. So out at second is Jada Johnson. She was tagged out on the path, and out at first because of the runner's interference is Cruzy.
Can't necessarily say that it's Jada Johnson's fault. She was just running, and Sarah Harper, the ball brought her right into the baseline, picks it up and makes a tag, but that collision just results in the out for Presley Cruzy.
2 outs, runner at third. Carly Davis at the plate. Singled and scored her last time up. Takes strike one from Lopez. Inside, ball one. High ball, shallow right field. It won't even get there. It's claimed by Harper to end the inning. 7-3, Cleveland in front. They get the bats back with them. They're 3 outs away from a Central Regional Championship.
One left after 5.5.
Reagan Hurley bats in the 9 spot in place of Mackenzie Mercado. First pitch from Pates is upstairs.
Yeah, all those switches, hard to keep up with, but with Raven Hurley being the only new player to come out onto the field, she'll just take Mackenzie Mercado's spot.
One 0. Hurley down the third base line and foul. One and one to Raven. Hard hit, shortstop. What a play. Carly Davis gets the first out of the inning. Every out matters here, though, for Cincinnati to keep this game at 4 and not let it balloon out to anything higher.
Next batter for the Guardians, leadoff hitter, left fielder number 1, Serrani Seokaren.
Seokran comes up. One away with nobody on. Pates' first pitch loops high above the strike zone for ball one. That one chopped foul. Count will be 2-2 from Pates.
Hitting home runs in this one might get a little bit harder here.
Yeah,
Soon. Fence is getting put on wheels.
I understand they got to move fast.
It's all about efficiency.
I don't know if you can do that with this much game left. Ciocrin down the third base line. Trickles into left field, but foul.
Well, at least all the home runs we've seen hit today, the higher fence wouldn't have made a difference. They were plenty far to get over the wall.
Towering bombs from Olivia Lopez and Kristen Zach gave Cleveland their opportunity and have allowed them to be up 7-3. Most of Cincinnati's runs, two in fact, came off of Dre Brown's big blast. That one's fouled off again. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming. Two. Ciocrin swings and misses. 2 up, 2 down. Pates navigating well.
Next batter, the catcher, number 10, Ella McCain.
Ciocrin surely with a good opportunity there. Just kind of gave it, seemed almost like a bit of a half-hearted swing that she gave at that pitch, and so was able to get by her no problem.
Right back to Pates in her glove and over to first. 3 up, 3 down. One last opportunity for Cincinnati. They need 4 runs to keep it close. They need 5 to take the lead as we head to the 7th frame from DePaul University on the Windy City Sports Network.
7.
Last 3 outs for Cincinnati. Last 3 outs for Cleveland as well. Top of the 7th inning. Leading it off for the Reds against Olivia Lopez is Mia Buemi, then Lainey Hatridge, then Dre Brown. First pitch strike from Lopez. Cleveland are close, trying to get a Central Regional crown from Chicago. It's 1-1. Buemi struggling today, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts swinging. That one high, looping over everybody's head on towards the L tracks. It's foul. 1-2.
Buemi hasn't seen Olivia Lopez today, but didn't have the best time against her yesterday either. So Buemi will look to turn her weekend around against Cleveland here.
2-2. Strike three. She looked right at it. First K of the game for Lopez.
Second baseman number 29.
2 away for Cleveland.
Laney Hatridge.
11th strikeout of the game in total for the Guardians pitching staff. That pitch low and inside to Laney Hatridge. She's 2 for 3 today with a double and score, as well as an RBI in the 5th.
Harridge able to play a little bit of hero ball in the last inning, helping get on base for that Dre Brown home run. Let's see if she can set her teammate up again well here.
Two-0. Towering ball. Shallow left center. Underneath it and grabbing the second out of the inning is Madison Booth. 2 away, 1 from victory for Cleveland.
Next batter, number 5, the third baseman, Dre Brown.
2 away is Cleveland, but it'll be a hard final out to get with Dre Brown now coming to the plate.
Fitting that she's the one that's got a chance to keep Cincinnati in it. She fouls the first one off. Strike 1.
Remember, Cincinnati, the 3-time defending champions, they're coming in today looking for their 4th straight Central Regional Championship. But one more out, and the hopes go away.
That one behind the catcher for ball 1. They're going to have to do it. They're going to need production from the back end of their lineup. It's Dre Brown right now. She's the 5th hitter. Then it's 6, 7 on deck and in the hole. 1-1. Brown swing and a miss. Down to their last strike are the Reds. Upstairs, 2-2, 2 outs.
This is where nerves start to come in. Cleveland, they think they're on the door for the W. They want to get this, but the nerves might mess them up.
2-2. Brown, contact, left line, just foul. Oh, right there.
Tight situation here. You can't be jumpy. You've got to keep your nerves in check.
Two again. Full count. Lopez missed on it. Three-two. She walked her. Dre Brown reaches with a 2-out walk. They put a boatload of their runs on the board in the 5th via the 2-out rally. They're going to need another big 2-out rally here in the 7th with Lydia Sparks. Contact on the first one, into the gap in right center. Brown will round second. They're waving her around to go and score. That one went underneath the fence that they raised out there in right center with the wheels. And we were talking about just a second ago, raising the fences, saying it was going to be harder to hit a home run. How about that? That holds Dre Brown at third.
Yeah, Cincinnati, they can't be happy about that one. People out there working should have waited till the end of the game to lift the fence. That could have been key there for Cincinnati.
Right now it's a double for Lydia Sparks, as they are treating it as a ground rule double, like it bounced over off of one hop.
People out in the fence, people outside the field working on the fence, they're going to want to get out of this one before Cincinnati fans see them.
That'll be the call. Ground rule double. Lydia Sparks, a 2-out. Double, she thought she drove in Dre Brown. Instead, Brown's at third. It's Addison Johnson, 0 for 3 today, a sacrifice bunt and 2 strikeouts. She makes contact. Third base. Toss across is high, but stepping on the bag and winning the title for Cleveland.
Cincinnati 3. The 2022 MLB RBI Central Regional 18-under softball champions.
Cincinnati's reign comes to a close. Cleveland take the crown in a 7-3 final. Home runs ran rampant today at DePaul.
Absolutely. Lots of power out of both of these teams. An exciting game here. It was a good one when they played yesterday. It was a great one when they played here today. Both of these teams played really well. But as you may have just heard over the loudspeaker, while it was exciting and both teams really wanted to get the win for the championship, nonetheless, both of these teams will go down to Florida for the World Series.
Both teams will go. Cincinnati, they can't get their 4th straight title. Cleveland will take it from them. They win the championship, celebrate at home plate. They'll take their picture with their banner.
Your attention please to home plate.
Final score 7-3.
As will be
Again, Cincinnati will go to Florida as the runners-up from the Central Regional in 2022. Cleveland will go as the champions. A title for the Guardians. Tia Reed, final thoughts on Cleveland's home run fest all weekend long.
We've seen it all throughout this weekend. It was a little bit of slow start with all the teams in terms of hitting balls over the fence, and then Cleveland came in their first game and immediately changed the narrative, and that's what helped establish them as one of the favorites to win this regional and what helped them win it here today.
Wish them the best of luck at MLB RBI World Series in Vero Beach, Florida. Wickawaga State to the Jackie Robinson Training Center.
Battle of Ohio goes to the city of Cleveland. 7-3 your final. For my partner Tia Reed, I've been Ryan Sikora. That's the conclusion of the 2022 MLB RBI Central Regional at the 18U softball level. Tia was here all weekend long, did all 20 games. Congratulations to you on a wonderful week. And for everybody, we're gone from the Windy City Sports Network 2nd channel.